Hi Himanshu, Namaste, how are you? Welcome back after my trip to Kathmandu. How are you Himanshu? Fine? Nice to see your name again. First in line today, first in line. Well done. Wow, wow, wow. How are you? Are you fine? Good, good, good. Wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. The one and only Lord, yeah? Thanks for coming, Daisy. Thanks. Wow, wow, wow. Hey, the one and only true Lord, yeah? Wow, wow, wow. Now, wow. Just getting organized. It's 6 o'clock here in Nepal. Is that right? Yeah? Let's have a look. Yes, exactly 6 o'clock. 15 minutes ahead of you, I think. Yes? That's right. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Where's my where's my Pahadi David headgear? Where is it? Where is it? Let's have a look. Hey, one day this will make me famous. One day, after another 10 or 15 years, probably. Yeah. Ah, ah. How does that look? Is that good enough for public consumption? Let's have a look. Oh, oh, a little bit messy, Devda. Devda. Oh, look at that. You're looking like a dotial. You're looking like a dotial. Mm. Now I tell you what we'll do. First we'll put this one on. Wow, we've already got 3 likes. That's great. Thanks. Yes, I'm fine. Thanks, Himanshu. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for supporting me after so long. Ah, let's see how this looks. Is that better? Oh, that's better. That's better. Wow, wow, wow. Beto, Devda Beto, Aram Karo, ha? Kuch mat karo. Hey. Oh. Ah, wah, 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 wah. Home sweet home. Hi CJ Singer, how are you? Thanks for coming back. Thanks for supporting me, you three lovely people, after so many months. You never left me. You never abandoned me. Wow, wow, wow. Hello, you Dane. Daisy Chana, giving a current report of the David, there is so much moral degradation. There is so much moral degradation in the new generation, universities, drugs, etc. Probably similar to Western countries too. You know? Probably similar to Western countries. Where does it start? Where does it start? Huh? Because of availability of drugs? Does it start because of availability of drugs? Some people wanting to experiment, to have a little adventure? Huh? Oh, Himanshu, about 3,600 at the moment, 3,600. Slowly, slowly. Where does it start? Is it all, Daisy, is it all because of the terrible, terrible influence of Western culture? Is it all the terrible influence of Western culture? And or in South Asia, this moral degradation of the young generation, does it start from inside the South Asian culture itself? Does it start from inside the South Asian culture itself? Or is it all the fault of Western culture, or what? Probably the reasons are not so clear cut, you know. Are one of the reasons that in South Asia, in the Himalayas and south of the Himalayas, there is huge cannabis cultivation? Is that one of the reasons? Hmm? I see Daisy's giving us a good report here. HIV cases are on the rise among the new generation. They will have fun, won't they? Young people will have fun. Young people will have fun. Himanshu, I didn't listen yet to Lamentir my list. Thank you. CJ Singh. Yes, I've celebrated many times Diwali festival. Many times in India and Nepal. Yes. Daisy, one of the many reasons for moral degradation and degradation amongst young people and middle-aged and old people also. There are a number of chronic alcoholics, aren't there, in the middle-aged generation, older generation. There are a number of chronic alcoholic cases. One of the many reasons because more people now are living in cities to survive, to get a better quality of education, living separate from nature. Oh, now Himanshu says here, the new generation is becoming more hedonistic, looking for pleasure more, including yourself. Yes, yes. I suppose it's natural for young people to look for pleasure, to be adventurous, to look for new things. I was certainly like that when I was young. Wow, wow. That's right, Daisy. People can't control their desires, whatever so, because they have been cut off from nature. That's right, yes. Look, Daisy, in a perfect world, in a perfect world, oh, in a perfect world, how would it be in a perfect world, huh? How would it be in a perfect world? We are not all able to control ourselves, are we, Daisy? Not everybody's able to control themselves, their desires. That's right. Probably because we're only human, huh? Because we're only human, we that's right. Because we're all only human. Oh, 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 oh. No rain today here. Less, no rain at all. Yeah, these days, since the many years, I since many years, I, I don't think too much now about other people. I, I don't think too much about other people, what they're doing, what they're doing wrong. I don't think too much about other people now, what the negative sides. Let them be. Let them be. But every day I'm always very, very impressed by the great, great things that other human beings can do. I'm always impressed by the great, great, positive, optimistic, generous things that other people do. That always gets into my mind and my heart every day. I see him, Himanshu. I wish I never had a mobile. Has it become an addiction yet, or did the addiction come a couple of years ago, Himanshu? Huh? Mobile phone, more powerful than heroin. Mobile phone, more powerful than alcohol. Mobile phone, more powerful than Superman. More powerful than Superman. A very, very, very clever invention of a small number of people, huh? CJ Singer, Spider-Man. I don't know the name Spider-Man. I never heard about Spider-Man. Tell about Spider-Man, CJ. Daisy Chana, yes, this voice of wisdom. This mobile is the real shaitan. This mobile is the real shaitan, the devil. Some people say the devil and God together. The devil and God together, the mobile phone. Himanshu again, backing up with more evidence. The mobile has become a kind of toxic girlfriend who I want to leave but I can't, whom I want to leave but I can't. The mobile has become a kind of toxic girlfriend whom I want to leave but I can't. Well, don't complain, Himanshu. At least you have some type of girlfriend. Hey? At least you have some type of girlfriend. Don't fully complain. Daisy, David, the internet, Google, YouTube, social media are the real addiction. A simple QWERTY mobile phone is good enough. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Himanshu, I got, now this is a nice message. Read between the lines here. Himanshu says, I got my first mobile at the age of 8. You got your first mobile at the age of 8. That was the moment I ducked up. That was the moment I ducked up. Beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. CJ, the man who has DNA of spider in human body is known as Spider-Man. I see. Spider-Man. Must be very popular, is he? Daisy Chana, your wife gifted you the first touchscreen phone in 2016. Daisy says his father still uses the old QWERTY phone. That's probably what I've got, is it? Himanshu says thinking of switching into a keyboard. I see. Daisy Chana, my dad is 78 and looks younger than I am. He must look pretty young, does he? Is his hair still black? Naturally black? Wow. Hey Daisy, please say namaskar to your lovely father and tell him, David said, don't change your phone. If you're happy with it, just stay with the same phone until, that's right. Wow, still no grey hair naturally without mehendi. Wow, that's amazing. Wow, wow, wow. 4 kilometres a day walk. Oof. Wow. Yeah, some people have the secret of youth, don't they, until they're very old. That's right. Yeah. Yes, I describe the mobile phone as a mixture of the devil and God. The devil and God, for obvious reasons. Um, some people say more devil than God, you know? CJ Singers from Haldwani says, do people from your homeland all have green eyes? Some have green eyes, uh, some have blue eyes, some have brown eyes, and now some people also have black eyes. Yeah, black eyes. But I think black eyes is more an import from Asian countries. Yes, black. He eats a lot of fruit, does he, Daisy? Well, good luck to him. Good luck to him. Wow. It sounds like a very fruitful existence. Fruitful existence. Ha ha ha. Now, Himanshu says, well, I agree, Himanshu. My limited knowledge also tells me that I agree with you. The mobile is a curse and a blessing at the same time, but more of a curse than a blessing. More of a curse than a blessing, yeah. Well, without the mobile phone, can we? So, toxic girlfriend, wow. Poof. Daisy, Johnny, your grandfather died in 2016 at the age of 97. That's amazing. Wow, wow, wow. Was there any disappointment he didn't do the 100 like Sachin Tendulkar? Wow, 97, that's a very, very, very long. So your grandfather was born in about 1919. Wow. 1 year after the First World War ended. Whoa. Wow, wow, wow. Asmeet Kambali. Asmeet Kambali. Namaste, aap kaise ho? Sab theek thak hai? Shabash, bahut din ho gayi. Darshan, bahut din ho gayi. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, also very nice to see your name after so long also and your message. I'm fine, thanks Asmeet, I can't complain. Speaking purely from my side, I can't complain. One man, one stomach. Oh, thanks, Muna. Anytime, please.
Already 2 bottles.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll come later. That's all right. Yeah. Good. Thanks. I'm fine, thanks, Asmeet. If you don't know, on June 30, I left India when my 1 year when my 1 year India visa stay finished. So now I hope again to live outside of India for 1 year until first week of 2027. That's right. Good. How are you, Asmeet? Have you been busy working or studying, something like that? Shabash. Shabash. Wow, wow, wow. I'm now in central Nepal, Asmeet. Central Nepal, a very, very favourite long-term residence of mine. I live with my lovely Nepali friends, family, half of my age, and in a place called Dharma. Don't be confused. Dharma, Nepal. Daman, Dharma, Nepal. And yeah, I'm quite comfortable, thanks. Quite comfortable. 75. It's Dharman in Makawanpur district. 75 kilometers south of Kathmandu, on a main road going south to the Bihar-India border. I see, Asmeet, you were busy with your finals, I see. Have you had your results yet? Hi, Anita, namaste, Anita. Nanu Nansheragat ki Maharani. Wow, gajab haro yaar. Aur ki hai reen aajkal Uttarakhand mein? Sab theek thak chu? Shabash. Wow, wow, wow. And then your grandfather, your great-grandfather, who worked in the British stable, you told me about that, that's right, worked in the British stable, also died in 1984 at the age of 94. Wow, wow, wow. You're looking good for 92 at least, Vivek. You're looking good for 92, 98, 99, 100 even. Oof. Baap re baap. उतनी लंबी जिंदगी चमक बात है यार हाँ? उतनी लंबी जिंदगी बहुत ही चमत्कारी बात है Phew, phew. Yeah, I'm quite comfortable, thanks, Ashmeet, here in Nepal. Yeah, I'm okay. Simple living. One man, one stomach. Right? One man, one stomach. Wow. कोई खच नहीं है हाँ? परिवार का क्वांक क्वांक मचा नहीं है When are your results? Says today he wishes he was, he wishes he was, he wishes he were a merchant from 1020 or 1025 living in the grasslands. Wow, lovely. A merchant living in the grasslands, growing and selling grass. That sounds logical, eh? A merchant from 1020, 1025 living in Central Asia, cultivating grass and selling grass. Anita, namaste, Anita. How are you? Fine? Fine, shabash. Namaste. Anita, what does that third message mean? G-A-M-E. G-A-M-E. What does that mean? Nice to see your name again, Anita. Thanks for supporting this Nanu Nun. Thanks for supporting this Nanu Nun Anoka live stream, month after month. Wow. Daisy, your father's looking good for 95 plus. but you won't survive more than 80. Look, I agree with you. I agree with you. So many more troubled times are ahead. They are, more troubled times are ahead for mankind and the planet and all other animals also over the next number of years. I don't want to see too much of it, Daisy. I'll be happy to reach 88. When I was a young boy at 8, somebody said, David, what's your lucky number? And I said, I don't know. How about 8? So I'll be happy to reach 88 and then pass on. It'll be more enough for me. Another 12 years. Another 12 years. I'll be more than satisfied. When I get to 88, it will be very difficult to absorb the world's daily events, more climate catastrophes. Daisy says, you wish to be living with Gautam Buddha. You wish to be living with Gautam Buddha, but there were no mobile phones 2,500 years ago. No mobile phones. But if that's what you want, Anita, I think that the puja has just started. Because of the traffic, Anita, I've got cotton wool in my ears, so any puja upstairs, ringing of the bell, I'm not hearing it today, you know. Himanshu says, he doesn't want any fightings in Poland. Well, I can believe that. Himanshu says, now this is very, very interesting. Listen to this. Himanshu says, kings start to obey the crown the very second after getting it. Kings start to obey the crown the very second after getting it. Wow, that's heavy duty wisdom, that one. Heavy duty. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Mm, mm, mm. Himanshu's probably kings start kings start to obey the crown the very second after getting it. Himanshu probably referring to responsibilities. Yeah. All right then. Thanks to you lovely people for all liking this live stream tonight. Thank you, that's excellent. After 20, 30 years more, I'll be a millionaire. After 20 or 30 years more, if I'm still on the planet, I'll be a millionaire. In rupees, of course, in rupees. Wow. So Anita, you're a pure vegetarian, I think. You don't eat fish, is that right? David, if you were the United States President, what would be your first order and then the second one? All right, let me think about that. I presume you mean not Donald Dump, any other president. Yeah, all right. I see, Anita, you're now vegetarian since a number of years, yeah? Good, good, good. So now, Anita, as a vegetarian, animals aren't afraid of you, right? Yeah. All right, Daisy. If I were the United States President, obviously not Donald Dump, my first order would be to execute Donald Dump. My first order would be to execute Donald Dump. The second order? How to dispose of his body. That's an interesting one. Yeah, my first order would be to immediately execute Donald Dump without any court cases. And the second one, to dispose of the body very quickly. Now, I can't explain. I know how I would dispose of the body. I know very well how I personally would dispose of the body. But out of respect to just expired bodies, I won't say any more, okay? Right, keep you thinking, yeah? President David Alexander, wow, I like that. That's nice, I like that name. President David Alexander. The Great. Well, Daisy Chana, dispose in sulfuric acid. You're on the same way of thinking as I am. Yeah, you're on the same way of thinking as I am. I can't say any more because if I tell you specifically how, after giving the order as the president to dispose of the just executed body of Donald Dump, how I would yeah, I just can't say any more. Don't press me, please, don't press me, no. That's right, Anita, David can't be a Donald Dump, no, that's right. Yes, thanks, Anita, our natures are very, very different, yes, very opposite. That's right, Himanshu. I agree with you 100%. War and fighting have ruined so many people and countries. Look, Himanshu, in a perfect world, it would be unnecessary. In a perfect world, war and fighting would definitely be unnecessary because sometimes ignorant, sometimes violent, sometimes uncompromising humans will be able to sit back and work out a peaceful compromise, you see, in a perfect world, yeah. The harsh truth is, war is never going to end as long as the human civilization is here. I agree 100%, 100%. The war manufacturers must be satisfied. The war manufacturers must be satisfied. Even sometimes they make the politicians, the cunning, the sometimes cunning, the sometimes lying politicians make up tiny little excuses sometimes, don't they, to go to big, big wars. Look at the ignorant cunning, lying American president, the father of George Bush, I think, who made up the story that Saddam Hussein had nuclear weapons, remember that? Or was going to make nuclear weapons? That American president should have been prosecuted with war crimes. Many people suffer during fighting. Who knows better than army people? That's right, Anita, army people, the fighters and their families. Daisy says the second one should be one world president. No, 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 no. We never want a one world president. That could lead to dictatorship or a part dictatorship. Look how the EU, the European Union, started to turn into a dictatorship to force its central laws on all countries. If I understand you, Daisy, explain again, please, Daisy, if I misunderstood you, yeah? And thanks everybody for liking this live stream. It just takes 2 taps on the screen, that's all. Thank you. Good, good, good. I hope you nice people are enjoying my latest video blog here, 21 minutes long. It was edited about 3 days ago, yeah. That's right, Daisy. In a perfect, that would be equal distribution of all wealth and all resources to the whole of humanity. Yeah. Would it not be nice, Daisy? Wouldn't it be nice if all human beings with their wealth? Wouldn't it be so? Not just giving a little of their wealth away, but doing some really serious social work to build many, many houses for genuinely poor people, to feed big numbers of people who are genuinely hungry, who tried to get work, tried to be independent, but didn't succeed. Yeah, we must always have these ideals in our mind and heart, mustn't we? We must always have ideals in our minds and hearts and in our thinking and imagination, how the world could be, how the world could be. We must always think like that, yeah. Idealistic thinking, idealistic. Yeah, Daisy, the Union of Socialist Soviet Worlds, like the USSW. That's clever, that's clever. Himanshu says, most people in positions of power aren't so intelligent. Most people in high positions aren't so intelligent to be able to avoid wars. And people who are actually intelligent don't want to be in that position. Yeah, that's true, that's true. If only that, what if only, Himanshu, if only life was so simple, Himanshu, if only life was so simple and clear cut that there would never be any reasons to fight. If only life was so clear-cut. All right, Himanshu, answer this question then. Answer this question. If a neighbouring country, without any reason attacks your country seriously, what would you do? If you were the president of a country and the neighbour very seriously attacks your country without any reason, what would you do as the president? What would be your reaction? That's right, Anita. There is an imbalance in the world, an imbalance. Some people always keep their independence. Some people are always independent. They work hard and they just keep independent, right? Other people try to get regular work, but they don't succeed. And the third class of people, they are just dead lazy. Some people are just dead lazy. They don't want to maintain their own lives. They don't want to be independent, and purposely, intentionally, they rely on other people for support. Huh? Daisy says, David, capitalism with politics is a more dangerous cocktail than religion with politics. Wow. Capitalism with politics is a more dangerous cocktail than religion with politics. So, Daisy, for example, China, which only has one political party, is that why they are more successful? Mixing capitalism and some communism together? Ah, well now, Himanshu, you've given a very, very honest answer here, very honest answer. I asked Himanshu, if a neighbouring country attacks your country, you are the president, and they attack your country without reason, without justification, what would your response be? And Himanshu says, I would have avoided it at all costs, war, but, now this is the punchline. But if the other country compelled me and my country if the attacking country compelled me to respond with force, with violence, I am going to destroy them to the point that they cannot do it again. Very honest answer. Now you understand, don't you? Now you understand fully, don't you, why wars and fighting have existed regularly during mankind's history. Now you understand, don't you, why war and fighting exists. You do understand, don't you? Huh? Daisy, China is successful due to communism. They have fake capitalism just to satisfy the US ego. Yeah, there's some truth in that, Daisy. There's some truth in that. Um, Sometimes other viewers on this live stream have said now China is more capitalistic rather than communistic. Yeah. Life is becoming more and more complicated now. More and more complicated. Every day, every day. The ideal worlds which we create in our minds, the ideal world which we would like to see, is becoming less and less a reality. The ideal world which some of us want to see, is it not becoming less of a reality now? That's right, Himanshu. The idea of a world without war is a fairy tale story. That's right, that's right. People who believe that one day we will never have wars, they are naive, aren't they, Himanshu? They are naive. Naive. Innocent. Very innocent. Simplistic people. The ground reality is way more brutal and straightforward. Well, that's been proved, hasn't it, in the last few years with Israel and Palestine, Gaza, Israel and Iran, USA and Iran. The continuing barbaric civil war in Nigeria. The continuing very, very old barbaric war in Nigeria by the so-called, what are they called? Boko Haram? Boko Haram or something? And many other conflicts also, that's right. Himanshu, those people with the idea of an ideal world are blue-pilled. Blue-pilled. I didn't hear that expression before, Himanshu. I think I know what you mean. Blue-pilled, can you explain that? Anita, no war, only friendship with anybody. No war, only friendship with everyone. Yeah, in a perfect world. In a perfect world, Anita, Jew. In a perfect world. In the best type of world. What about this? Let us prosecute in a court of law. Let us prosecute all war weapon manufacturers. Let us prosecute as war criminals all war manufacturers. Obviously, starting from the top, those barbarians, those sophisticated barbarians who own those war weapon factories and machines. First prosecute them as war criminals. In a perfect world. Sometimes I think that, listen to this, we must express how a perfect world could be. We must express all the wrongs and negative things, wrongdoings which exist on our planet. We must. But at the same time, maybe we common people are wasting our time. We're wasting our time, wasting our energies, talking on these subjects because the major decisions are out of our power. The major decisions which rulers, war manufacturers, they make the decisions, we don't. So maybe we're wasting our time, are we? Thanks, Himanshu. Blue-pilled people means those people who are too innocent and naive. They dream of an ideal world and live in their wishy-washy, wishy-washy bubble dreams. Do you mean wishy-washy or like a sort of some Hindi or Indian language which I don't understand? Wishy-washy bubble dreams about how things should go on. I need to respond. Perfect person, perfect family, perfect nation. Yeah, that's the ideal. That's the very, very high, beautiful ideal, Anita. And a good number of human beings still are trying that, Anita. Still, many human beings are trying for that very, very positively. Perfect person, perfect family, perfect nation. Yes. Daisy Chana says, in this uncertain world, it is better to get a skill so that you are not dependent on others. That's right. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Wishy-washy, fair enough. Wishy-washy, yes. Having these ideas up in the air which are not realistic, right? That's right. Pipe dreams, pipe dreams. I guess in Hindi, I like to translate pipe dream into Hindi as Chilam ka sapna, Chilam ka sapna. Thanks, Rakshit. Thanks. Nice to see you again. And uh, Daisy, thanks, Rakshit. Thanks for coming back again tonight. And nice to see your name again, Rakshit. We're tonight, 3 or 4 of us are having a deep, deep philosophical discussion about the world, how it is, how it could be, how the world could be, how it should be, and how it would be. Daisy Chana, David, you're living my dream life. Well, that's very nice. That's very nice, Daisy. Thank you up here in the Himalayas. Hey, one man, one stomach, one small budget. One man, one stomach, one small budget, one man's small, small tension, surrounded by nature. Huh? Thanks for that, Daisy. That's nice. Wow, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Well, 1 hour has passed very easily. And if there are any new viewers, welcome to Pahadi David's almost unknown, tiny, tiny. still growing, Pahadi David live stream. But I think personally that sometimes people are watching this live stream, but they never show their identity. They never show their presence. One or two people have been watching this live stream from Antarctica, the extreme southern end of this planet. Antarctica, I'm sure one or two people have watched this live stream, but they never show their messages. One or two people even in the Arctic Circle, Eskimos living in igloos with satellite Wi-Fi. Satellite Wi-Fi, is that right? They also watch this sometimes, but they never show their identities. People in Lesotho, Malagasy. Where's Malagasy? I think maybe not everybody knows where Malagasy is. One of the world's very biggest islands. It's usually known by a foreign imported name, but its original name is Malagasy. People sometimes watch from Malagasy and they're saying, who is Daisy Chana? Who is Pahadi David? Who is Himanshu? Anita Mehra, that sounds like a nice name. People from Palau also sometimes watch, but we never had any messages from them yet. Andorra, where's Andorra? Do you clever people know where Andorra is? Eh? That's one of the tiniest republics on the planet, Andorra, Andorra. Yeah. If there's a country which is close to paradise, me, look at Andorra on YouTube, Google, Andorra. Army. The country itself has no army, no police, very little crime, no poverty. Andorra, look it up. So we're able to respond to this live stream from virtually unknown countries. Malagasy. Malagasy is that huge island off the coast of East Africa where they have lived under the curse of an imported name. They have lived under the curse of an imported name, Madagascar. Look at the wildlife of Madagascar. There is wildlife there and plants which don't exist anywhere else in the world. Yeah, they have lived under the curse, Madagascar, of being given an imitation, foreign, imported name because the foreigners couldn't pronounce Malagasy properly. Yeah, they couldn't pronounce Malagasy, so they called it Madagascar. It was under French rule for a long time. There are many examples of that around the planet, many examples. Anita Mehra. Now sing a song on Gracie old taxi man. Oh, now look, Anita, I'll sing another song. The short background of that Almorova taxiwala, they borrowed without my permission one or two little bites of my original videos. They borrowed without my permission. Otherwise I have no connection with that song. I don't like that song, Almora. I don't like that song. To me, it's a cheap imitation song. It's a long way from original Pahadi songs, but it was hugely popular. Hugely popular. So there you go. Himanshu says the red pill is the true way of life. I see. Chana. One roti in the stomach, another roti sitting in the pocket waiting to be eaten, sitting in nature with the eyes closed. Ah, ah. Hey, Daisy. Bhagwan Maya. Kabhi Dhub Kabhi Chaya. Bhagwan Ki Maya. Kabhi Dhub Kabhi Chaya. Wah, wah, wah. All right, now the song's coming very soon, okay? Rakshi, that sound in the background of cicadas, cricket, Fujo in the forest, or a lot of forest all around us here. I can't hear any sounds. Once again, Rakshit, you are familiar with this, some sort of humming sound. We've had this before on this live stream, and I had to convince people, Rakshit, that actually at that time and at this time, there is no sound of nature around us, like insects and birds or whatever. It's something to do with your device, I think. I see. Anita, yeah, a long time ago when I lived in Pittorogotta town for 19, 20, 24 years continuously, pre-corona, during corona and after coronavirus, that's right. Yeah, sitting with, uh, we had an association for sometimes on YouTube. She helped me with some videos and things, that's right, in the early stages. Pittorogotta's so famous, Dipati, what was her family name? Dipati, can't think of her last name yet. She's rather famous there. Also does some social work. Mm. That song about the Almora taxi one on Gracie, I don't know. I don't know any words from that. I don't like that song. I'm sorry you are, Anita. Here it comes in 1 minute, okay? Daisy Chana. David, I don't consider the death of the body as real death, but the death of consciousness. A small typo error, Daisy, a small typo error, probably not your mistake. Consciousness. Consciousness is soul. That's right, consciousness. It's written on the screen here, conscience. Conscience, I'm sure it's not your mistake, Daisy. Conscience, as written on the screen, conscience means, in Hindi, Vivek, I think, isn't it? Conscience means Vivek. Consciousness means another thing, that's right. Oh, I see him, aren't you? Maybe I can't hear the cicadas. I've got cotton in my ears because of the trucks and buses, you know, the traffic. Anita says, remember Haim Deep? YouTube. Haim Deep. I don't remember the name Haim Deep, Anita. But that lady you're talking about from Pittoroga, she helped me to establish myself on YouTube early on, 6 years ago now. Her husband's name's Haim. I see, Daisy, I'm still confused, Daisy, about your connection with conscience and soul. Conscience and soul. You don't mean consciousness, do you? Haim Deep YouTube. I don't remember the name, Anita. Daisy, now I'm getting it, Daisy. A person without Iman or truth is a dead person. I see. What, completely dead or? Oh. Auto? Utijari too? All right, Anita, just for you, okay? I think our other viewers, mostly they don't understand Kumani language like you do, so... Hito pe merigo puli. Hito pe merigo puli. Paharo le janu hit. Hai, hai, hai. Hito pe merigo puli. Bakishwar bait bajara me janu hit. Hai, hai. Meri Durga chane chane mero kamar patta hege. Durga chane chane mero kamar patta hege. Wow, one mosquito at 8,000 feet. Oh, Meri Purani Debuli Devi Ju Purani Manyapa. Oh, Meri Purani Pahari Parani Paruli Devi Ju Purani Manyapa. आज मैं ठुलो ठुल कुम्भकर्ण Josh Loganu. Muni aidio pe gadari gaba pinao shaga mundua halu. Nakani manya आज मैं ठुलो ठुल कुम्भकर्ण Josh Loganu. Now for you people, you unlucky people who don't speak one of the world's sweetest languages, Kumaoni language from Uttarakhand, he is just saying, let's go my goat herder. Let's go my cow herder, yeah? Let's go up into the mountains. And then a little bit naughty, he says, my wife is lost. Yeah, I need a companion. A little bit naughty, not so bad. We can't really say it's a bad song. Huh? Let's go up into the mountains, my goat, my cow herder. My wife is lost. My back is broken. You can cook ragi ki roti for me and pahari sabji, and we'll stay up in the mountains together. Now, some very, very pure-hearted people, pure souls, might take offense at this song, but, let's have a little bit of fun sometimes on this channel, huh? Let's have a little bit of fun, a little bit of adventure. And then, Anita, Nantina, Ekahuno, Dwihuno, Chapanchuno, Pejelehuno, Ekahuno, Dwihuno, Chapanchuno, Pejelehuno, In the marriage, there'll be one child, and then two, and then 3, 4, or 5. Look at the long line of children you've produced. Or, more realistically, look at the long line of children we both have produced. And then, referring to the last stage of life, what do you call brahmacharya, where you leave your family behind? You leave your family behind. Let them look after themselves. The kids are all grown up now. They no longer need mummy and daddy to look after them. Let's go to Kailas Himal. Me janu Kailasa meri Durga harahege. I'm going to Kailas. My wife is lost. My back is broken. But, I have more freedom now. In the last stages of my life, hey Daisy, more freedom in my life now. Anita Daju always try to speak Kumanora Acha, Tumarliji, Seraph Tumarliji. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Shabash. You know Dipti Bishta. You know Dipti Bishta. That's right. She's had the beauty parlour for a few years now. Hemant, her husband is, I didn't know that. I visited them several times in their home, met their boy and girl a number of years ago now. I see. The husband is an army person, I see. Wow. Yeah, she does some social work too. She's Dipti Bish is interested, Anita, in social issues. She's interested in social issues. So Daisy Chana, say a person without truth is like a dead person. It means like Jindalash chaser. I love that expression, Jindalash. Ada Jinda, Adha Mara. Well, Daisy, is that right? That the tofu, recommended truly, has actually helped your backache? Wow, protein rejuvenation. Pure protein rejuvenation. Daisy, when you're doing an operation, do you sometimes think, you're thinking during the operation, I'm looking forward to my next tofu meal. Do you think like that sometimes? I've got a lot of messages on my screen here from outside. Oh, look, I think I've made a mistake there. You can hear me, we can see the messages, but you can't see my young face. Is that right? Oh, well, the screen is okay. The video logo is open. What can I do? What can I do? There's no picture on the screen, is there? What can I do? I think you can hear me, but there's no picture, right? Daisy Chana's saying restart. All right.